they're gonna him. They're gonna him through the ear. You won't even see the bullet. It'll disappear because it'll dissolve. My series may be titled How to Think. The real people that we need to listen to are the no-face geniuses of our communities. On TikTok, you see them. They've created so many burner accounts and gotten banned that they've just settled on user 753649250. On TikTok, it's easy to create a new account and be racist. Might as well listen to that guy with an anime profile picture, right? People like me, I have a unreasonable version of confidence.
I love your confidence.
I put my face out there along with my opinion, and that's not really acceptable to a lot of people, especially the no-name crowd. It's not because they're ugly children or failed adults. It's because they're hyper-geniuses, that they don't make content. They'd rather dispute it from an account that has no ties to them. This is what makes them genius. They can get their opinion out there without showing their face. It's a scary world we live in, right? And being poor doesn't really track very well. So, how do you tell people you're poor and a loser in real life? Well, you have an account with no picture of yourself on it. You have no content of your own, but you do have opinions. It's a consumer market, isn't it? Only for the hyper geniuses, it's a consumer market. Anybody who's agreeable, anybody who tries to be nice or have constructive criticism, please stay home. It's time that the no-faces talk. They have the opinions. I learned this lesson, and I learned the repercussions of it for these people at the same time. I had a recent clip go viral on TikTok. Over 100,000 views, 15,000 likes. Great. The first 7 comments were all negative, calling me a nobody loser whose opinion doesn't matter. After it blew up, everybody started shitting on those people, telling them that they were the losers and that they were the nobodies. And I just sat back and watched as real people ate up the bots. But what better for a 14-year-old than to find those people who aren't successful yet and ask them, well, who are you to say this? It's a great question. So I flipped it on them. I've asked a few of these no-face user commenters, well, if you're so right, why don't you make content? Why aren't you putting your opinion out there with your face? And I got some answers. It turns out the no-face community, the people with the anime profile pictures, the ones who seem to not be real people in real life, the ones that are way too hyper-negative and just rude, it's because they're so genius. It's because their takes are so correct, they can't make videos themselves. They were actually contacted by the government, the deep state themselves, from the CCP in China to the people controlling the media in Israel, Hollywood itself. Kai Cenat actually DM'd some of these people and said, please, I've seen your comments on my post. Please don't make a YouTube channel telling everybody the secrets of the universe. I'll be out of a job. Well, I'll lose all the money. All the money's going to go away. If the anime profile picture cat girl person, whose username is eggshell69, tells everybody what's really going on here, we have to ban his account. We have to ban him on this one and this one. We have to IP track him. Oh my God, he's on a VPN. We can't track this guy down. Man, if this guy starts making content with his face, we're screwed. Send the FBI to his house right now. You've heard it here first from Queef Fart Potato Queer, the one with the Gaza flag in their name. Yeah, that one. Will Smith went to their house with the Men in Black flasher and tried to erase all of their esoteric genius knowledge that they comment on Instagram reels. It didn't work though, because they saw it coming. They were actually wearing Sharingan contacts. You know, the ones from Naruto? They were wearing those, and they knew that it would reverse the brain control that the FBI was trying to put on them. So they pretended they forgot everything, and then they went back and started doing their comments from their private accounts that nobody can tell who they are. Because if these people were exposed, if their faces were made public, if we could get the technology, if we could trace it, if we could send it to the Google algorithm, which is YouTube, then they would be hunted down and assassinated. That's right, the 15-year-old kid who said you should probably stop making YouTube videos. They're gonna him. They're him through the ear. You won't even see the bullet. It'll disappear because it'll dissolve in thin air, and it'll go straight through his brain, and it'll look like he had an aneurysm. And when they go in for the autopsy, his parents are going to be like, "What happened?" And they're going to say, "He had an aneurysm, ma'am." Because 10 minutes ago, the CIA said, "Don't you fucking dare tell them what actually happened here. We assassinated these children because they're too smart online." Hippocampus 13, you know, the 35-year-old washed-up retard who commented on your YouTube video that only has 10 views that said, "It seems like you really haven't been outside of the house very much," after you've finally built up the confidence to give somebody some knowledge that has made you millions of dollars. Well, guess what? Yeah, he's actually been told by the deep state himself that they'll give him a private tour of Area 51 so he can know more stuff, as long as he doesn't post videos exposing them. Because he's so smart. The smartest people in the world are using accounts with no profile picture because there's no way to trace them. They're going to go online and be racist, and then in 4 years when the Neuralink comes out, they're going to be immune to anything that they've fed the meta algorithm, I'm sure. I'm sure that you're safe. So don't worry, guys. I've cleared it up with the community. You guys can rest easy knowing that there actually are watchful protectors. These people are our geniuses. They're the Socrates, the Aristotles, the Platos of our generation. Jordan Peterson got lucky. Jordan Peterson actually used to be an anonymous commenter on TikTok reels. The ones that you see on this video right here that are saying, "What the fuck is this guy talking about?" That was actually Jordan Peterson. And then one day, somebody recorded him in a lecture and they said, "This guy's pretty smart." And he said, "Oh, thank God. Thank God the deep state's not after me anymore. Now I can stop making burner accounts and telling people to kill themselves because their political views were a little different than mine." Jesus, this is really... This one's gonna... Oh my God. Okay. So that's the end of the story, guys. It turns out everybody who doesn't have a face online is a real person that's actually a hyper genius. We're the cattle. The people making the videos, the people trying to share a unique idea, the people who just want to tell you how to make cranberry cookies. That's what I'm doing. I'm a bakery channel. This is the first time I've sat here and gave you an opinion on anything. I make cookies on my real channel. It's been in front of us the whole time. It's been in our comments. Who they like, what they think. It's forbidden knowledge. They're trying to share it with you. You're just not listening.